Hello, Grace Church. We are so excited about this Sunday.
Yes, and we're excited to see you. But we wanted to fill you in on a few things about what things are going to look like this Sunday. It's going to be a little different, as I'm sure you know. Our original plan, since we're now in phase two in Walla Walla County, it was to actually do two services. And each service would be limited to 50 people plus the team that helps put on the service, so camera and worship and whatnot. So that was our original plan, and we had everything all lined up for that, including we have masks available that are still available. We have
Mhm.
all the sanitizing products that are going to be used in all the restrooms and every high touch area that we have throughout our church. Um, we also plan to not have children's church or nursery activities just yet. So the areas that people would be involved at church would be the foyer, the main sanctuary, and using the restrooms.
And so we're actually not doing the two services. We're going to meet as normal, 10 a.m. Again, it'll probably be a little bit of a streamlined service. It'll probably last about an hour and a half. And we will not be having children's church and nursery and those types of things happening. So it'll be a matter of families being together and connecting.
Yeah. But let's give a little bit of history about what brings us to this place. So in phase two, there were some very strong restrictions that were in place just for churches. They were very different from retail outlets or restaurants or any other activity. And so that's what our original plans were for. And as the week progressed, the governor shared multiple times that, sadly, there's a season now where there's so much unrest, apart from COVID, just with the deaths and then protests and sadly riots as well. But interestingly, our governor, Governor Inslee, had shared what a proponent he is, actually, really supportive of peaceful protests, especially when people are utilizing the First Amendment rights that they have as a U.S. citizen. And so, as I was listening to this and just kind of praying into it, I realized that, yeah, I've been in contact also with the health department and the sheriff's department in regard to every step of the way, everything that we've done up until this point, including this point. I've been in regular contact with all of the authorities in our county and law enforcement, all those things, because we want to make sure that we are really transparent and that we are doing things in the right way and with the right heart and the right spirit and with full communication. And so I've been in contact with all of the departments that we need to be in contact with. But what we realized is, as per the governor, he is such a proponent of very peaceful gatherings and protests that I realized that, we actually have a basis to meet under that. And with the peaceful protests, even as of this afternoon, he said, there could be up to 10,000 people at a protest, and he hopes that they would take, care and have safety things in place, but they would do nothing to interrupt their meeting of protest, and they have every right to do that. And he was a proponent for that. And so I realized that, that's right in line with the direction that we're going. We're not doing anything to be rebellious. So the things that we have proposed are given provision in the law in our nation and even by our state governor. So I just wanted to let people know that, and so that you wouldn't feel conflicted about the things we're doing, but I would just encourage you to take that to the Lord yourself. So this Sunday, we're going to be hosting a very, very, very peaceful protest, and it's going to be between 10 and 12 at the building, but it's going to be cold outside. So we're going to have the protest inside the building. And we also have things in place. We encourage you to bring your masks. If you don't have masks, we have them available. We have hand sanitizer. We have foaming no rinse hand soap that we're going to be dispensing to everybody as they come. We have cleaning supplies and people to help monitor in the restrooms to make sure that those areas are always clean and safe and healthy.
And the
And
sanctuary will be set up in such a way that there will be social distancing in place. And although we would encourage you to wear a mask, it's not mandatory.
so, but we just wanted to make sure that everybody was aware that we are in connection with the health department who has jurisdiction in this area and also with the sheriff's department. And so we're moving forward, and they did
Mhm.
not seem to have any concerns with what we were planning. And I told them, I said, if anything comes up and if you have a concern, please contact us.
Mhm.
And we're happy to keep visiting with you. And so I could tell you, if you want to know more about those conversations, please let me know. And I'm happy to visit with you about that. So just as a recap, this Sunday, um, the Grace Church, we're going to have what we will need to consider a very, very peaceful protest on behalf of religious freedom.
Mhm.
And we have all the safety measures in place. And we would invite you to come. Now, a couple of things. If you are sick, or if
Mhm.
anybody in your family household is ill, we ask that you continue to join us through Facebook Live and online live streaming. That's going to stay in place the whole time. Or if you are uncomfortable at all gathering together again, please just join us online. We'd love to see you there. We
Mhm.
have somebody that's going to be manning that area. And even when we do fully reopen with no restrictions, we're going to keep that because that's really been a wonderful addition
Mhm.
to what we're doing at church.
So we just want to say we are so excited to see you. Welcome home, Grace Church. This Sunday we'll begin kind of a moving forward and stepping into just the freedom that God has given us to gather together and to be His people.
Yes. Oh, one other thing, I just want to make sure that we're all clear. So we are not going to be having children's church or the nursery available. So what we just want to let you know, families, you're going to have whole family units stay together. And so the kids are going to be with the family. If somebody needs to go use the facilities, then they're going to go straight in, come straight back. We're not going to be hanging out in the foyer or anything like that. And so
Mhm.
that's just kind of housekeeping sort of things. But again, we just want you to know we are not doing this out of rebellious spirit or anything like that. We really believe that there's been provision made for us to reopen
Yeah.
legally, safely. It's going to be much safer to come to this event than it is to, you know, Walmart or Home
Mhm.
Depot. Um, and our hearts are just, we want to be humble servants of the Lord. And
Yeah.
we would encourage anybody that comes, you're invited to come, but it's very peaceful. And we want to make sure that we have a right heart. We continue to pray for those that are in authority and pray for those that are leading us, for
Mhm.
them, for their families. And yeah, we just really want to make sure that everybody has a right heart about it. And if you have any questions or comments, we welcome your feedback.
Mhm.
Please reach out to us. Calls or texts is just great. Emails, of course.
Amen. So 10 a.m. Sunday morning, we're going to gather and it's going to be awesome.
Yes. God bless you guys. We love you so much. Thanks for being on this journey with us.
Amen.
We'll
God
see you
bless.
soon. Bye bye.